Good morning, traders. Just wanted to highlight a neat little feature that I discovered in one of our neat little tools that the TradingView team has so graciously shared with us. Certainly enjoyed getting a early Christmas present over here. This new SignPost feature. And if you've read any of my articles in the past, I had stressed how important it is to tell the story of your trade. And this is one of the great things about a post-mortem. Why did I take that trade? What did I think that was a good trade? Or your whole mind process while you're in a trade. Like, should I move my stop? Should I, take some profit? Should I break even? What is it you're looking at doing? Or am I taking a trailing stop? So now I'm moving it to continue to catch more profit as things go along. So the signpost is a great tool because what I had done in the past was I had littered my charts in the past full of arrows, and you might have done the same thing. And you're telling your story and then you're adding text boxes everywhere. And then it gets, pretty messy. And in some cases, this you just need to clean it up a little bit. And the signpost I thought was great. And I actually was in the middle of putting in a request for a feature when I actually discovered it myself and says, oh, I can actually do this. So this is what I wanted to share. So it's kind of easy to figure out, okay, at such and such a time, for instance, I show that this level identified itself and what time it did. So this level that I would be willing to trade, I'll go above here to this red candle after my level identified itself and say, let's see, what time was this? Level identified 1229 at 1600 hours. So level identified at 1229, 1600 hours. And I'll throw that on the second line. And I like that it's centered. All right. So what I wanted to do was then say trade entered at such and such a time too. So I'll add another signpost and say, okay, trade entered. Let's see what time that was. 1229, 1800 hours. So I'll say trade entered at 1229 at 1800 hours. All right. And I thought to myself, it'd be nice if I can, move this thing around so maybe I can have it on the bottom instead. And by default, I assumed the signpost, because signs on the highway are always above ground, right? And I thought, I wish this signpost, I could make a negative signpost. So I was all in the middle of making a Reddit file to go onto the suggested features thing, saying I wish I could make it on the bottom. So I drew a line, drew a box, changed the font, and I said, wait a second. I went and grabbed this box, boom, and it's on the bottom. So yes, indeed, you can. And I was looking actually for a setting to say, a top box or a bottom box, and it's not necessary. So this is the feature I wanted to share, and it wasn't intuitive to me from the blog post, and my brain thinking signposts are always on the top. It'd be great if I can have the signpost on the bottom. So I really look forward to using this tool in documenting my trades so I can continue to tell my story, continue to refine my trades, continue to help with my psychology as I go through my trading process. And then at the end, yeah, sure, I can go ahead and make a text box and say, let's say, go in there and say, woohoo, followed by trade like a pirate, rules, and made 3R. I'll say R, right? Made 3R profit. And what time was that? That was at 22:15. 22:15. All right. So having a mixture of these tools is really good too. So I like the idea that we can maybe even tell our story as we're in the trade using a smaller font, and then having the opening and closing results in a larger font. All right. So whatever works for you, because the whole point is, these tools have to work for you. But I was just really excited after I thought it would be a little frustrating that I can only do signposts that are above the price line or above the candles. The fact that I was able to drag it down and realize, oh, I can tell my story below the candles, I thought was great. So I hope that benefits you guys as well. Hope you guys are looking forward to 2021. My goodness, it is upon us, and literally, like 36 hours or something like that. And so trade hard, trade well, and we'll see you in the new year.